Hi, my name's Jan, also known as Silkisteel, and welcome to Silkisteel's Kitchen Witchery, where I am again going to make soap. I'm going to use the leftover oil from the Florida water oil that I made, and I've strained it again because I'm trying to prevent the soap from solidifying so fast. So I'm going to use distilled water this time instead of the water that I made an infusion of, because I think that's why it solidified so fast. But, you know, you live, you learn. So I've already measured out the water. I have the oil melting. And I am going to measure out the lye, which better look up how much I actually need exactly. And I'm going to do it in two separate batches because I don't trust myself to do two batches at once. 4.26 ounces. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another batch of Florida water soap. It won't be exactly the same, but it'll be close. And I'm going to make a batch of soap that's more for men. And it's mostly, the difference is just the way I'm going to scent it. Let's see. 7, 3.10, 4.27. I think that should be about right. Very close. And let me tap on this stuff and put it away. Wipe the little lye crystals off of my counter. I can't believe I started doing this with with no gloves on. So I better put those on now. This should be a little easier to watch than the last one was. I'm learning. Bear with me, I'll get better at this. So I've already measured out the water. There it is. And, oh, I put my spoon away. I'll just get another spoon. And put my gloves on. Turn on my fan. Open my window. And then I will make some lye. I've got my goggles. Excuse me. Hold it long enough. Okay, here we go. Get this really close to the window. It's dissolved. Check temperatures. This is how hot this stuff gets. 198.9 degrees. And the oil is at 150. So I'm not going to make you watch this time while I wait for this stuff to cool. I will see you. Oh, I look like a doctor with this hat on, don't I? That's funny. Okay, I'll see you when this cools and I'm gonna... Okay, we're getting really close. This is 105 now. And the oil is, let me check. 98. We'll bring this over here. I'm going to mix it over here and then pour it over here. So you should be able to see what I'm doing here, and then I'll lower the camera so you can see what I'm doing there. Let's see. Okay. 106. I'm waiting for it to get cooler because I don't want it to thicken up like it did. I had to just throw it in the mold the first time. But, you know, there is a learning curve involved. So, come on. I wish my coffee would stay hot this long. It's been, let's see. It's been an hour and 10 minutes just waiting for this to cool off. No wonder my last video was so horrifying. Oh my goodness. No mouse music on this one. Cool down, baby. Cool down. Switch sides here. Uh, 99. Okay, maybe I'll pause again. Or maybe I'll just edit this. So, yeah. Catch what I want. Because sometimes I say some real gems that need to be on film. I'm really liking my chef's helper hat. I feel like going, yes, chef. And then I've got another mold to do, so I have to wait for another one to cool off. I might try it with ice. I have heard that works. So I will have to look at that one and see if I can put the lye in ice, because the rest of the oil I have over here has already cooled quite a bit. So, matter of fact, how much that's... Well, it should be about the same as this. No, I left that one on the heat longer. Let's see. 77. I'll have to actually heat that up to mix it. So, yeah, maybe I'll do it with ice and then I can do it right away. So, this first one I'm doing, I am basically putting the same scent that I put in the first set that I did. So, it should smell about the same. Not exactly, because, you know, I don't measure anything. And let me take a minute. Ask Spirit to bless my space. Keep me safe. Please slow down the trace on this soap so that I can do something fun with it. You. Thank you. 704. Should I do it? I did it at 115 last time. This should make quite a bit of difference. I believe it took an hour and 10 minutes to cool off 100 degrees. Patience is not one of my virtues. 102 and 96. I think I'm going to do this because I'm very impatient. So let me get this in. Slowly start pouring in the lye. So much better. It almost solidified completely when I first did it. I learned don't buzz it too much. That makes it trace too quickly. And the essential oils make it trace faster too. So, but we're going to do that anyway. This is in no way thickening the way the last one did, which is great. I'm going to put in the essential oil. Okay, we're starting to thicken up. Here and there. That's okay. Okay, we're thickening it up. And now, put it in. Still not a batter. Looks like I did exactly what I did last time. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with the soap. I was just wanting to make it pretty. The next one I do, I'm going to uh, do sort of a half and half design with the clay and without the clay. So let's just see what we got here. Still pretty. Let me bang it on the counter so it'll settle and get the bubbles out. So, smooth it. Swirl design now. It's not too bad. Much better than last time. I was in an absolute state of panic last time. And this time, I'm not. So that looks lovely. Can't do it on that table. Okay, let's put the blood orange in. I have a really good eye for spatial awareness. I made 13 bars of soap with the last batch, and this one I eyeballed it and put in exactly a 13 of these lovely blood oranges. So there we go. I'll see you in 24 hours when it is solid and I can cut it. Meanwhile, I'm going to make another batch of soap. Thank you. Okay, so I'm starting my second batch of soap. I'm going to try it with the ice cube method this time. And so I'm tearing out my cup. Let's do it again. I wonder how much one of these giant ice cubes weighs. 2.58. 4.62. I think that's enough ice. Let me go ahead and add the water. I need 8.1 ounces. Check to make sure I'm not remembering wrong. 8.1 ounces. So I've got 4.69. 8.1. Perfect. Let's do this. 127. 187. 247. 303. 363. 23. 7. That's good enough for my counting. I'm going to move over here and add. I think you should see. Add the lye to the water and ice cubes. Let's see how this goes. Please don't explode. I should have put gloves and a mask on because I'm much more worried about this splashing now that I got ice in here. And it seems to be sticking to the bottom a bit, but I'm just going to keep stirring. I'll tip. It's no longer stuck to the bottom. Let's see what we got. 147. That's 60 degrees cooler than the last time at the first try. Okay, so what I'm doing here, let me get this out of the way, eat it. What I'm doing here is I'm tipping this mold onto its side so that I can get an angled layer, because what I want to do is I want to put a dark layer and then a lighter layer on top. And this is for my masculine bar. So we're almost ready. Let's see what temp we're at. 114. And what do I had to actually heat the oil back up because it was getting too cold. Okay, well, we'll pause again. Okay, I'm gonna pour. It's still a little warm, but I think my thermometer's off. To be honest. Okay, as soon as this starts to trace, I'm going to pour about half of it into this other container. I'm not even using the stick blender. I'm hoping I can have better control without it. I think I'd rather actually take a little longer than take a little less time. Going to be using the stick blender in this one because I'm adding the clay to it. I do need to use the stick blender for a minute since it's starting to look like trace. Right here. Yes. So I'm going to do about half. There. This one in. Looks like chocolate. It smells really good. I used a cedarwood scent. Some other things in it. I really like it. To waste anything, which is why I have so many spatulas around. Yeah. Well, I've actually got, I don't know if you can see, I've got it liquid enough to play with design. I'm so excited. That extra cooling really made a big difference. Just gotta wait for this to set enough for me to pour the other one on it. This should set a little faster because it's got the clay in it, which makes it saponify quicker. Well, this is a change of pace. Now I'm waiting for the soak. And I need to wash my hands because I can feel something on the hands. This is a change of pace, definitely. Having it still be rather liquid at this point. Everything else I've done is just like solidified immediately. But I'm not going to take the stick blender to it again because I do not want this to go too fast. This doesn't look like it's going to solidify sideways. So I'm going to try a different plan that I wanted to try. I need to clean that up. Okay, I need to swap sides because I am right-handed and I'm able to try this the opposite direction. So what I'm going to do is gently pour this in on top of the other one and see if I can get a swirl with my little tool that I made. I want it to fall into the other. I'm pretty sure it just did, so. Well, I'm glad my ingredients are good and my soap is good because my techniques could use a little work. Bounce it on the counter, get any bubbles out. I'm going to take my tool and try and make swirls. We'll see what happens. No guarantees. Okay, so we'll see how that worked out. It's set tomorrow. Meanwhile, I will put some bay leaves on it. Ooh, yeah, not quite as solid as the other one. We will let that solidify overnight. I'm going to be cutting my soap today. Sorry I look so bad. I had to install a camera that I hadn't installed since I moved in here. Had somebody try to steal my e-bike last night, so camera's up and functioning now. And I look like heck. But I promised I'd do this today, so I'm going to do this today. So let me lower it down so you can see what's going on. Okay, this is the beautiful Florida water soap that I made. And this is the men's bar that I made. It smells lovely, but it is taking a little longer to cure, and I'm not sure that I'll be able to unbox it and cut it today. Maybe tomorrow. But you wanted to see what the unboxing and cutting looks like, so... Oh, I already took this one out of the box. So you take it out of the box. That's funny. And then there's your soap cutting box. And your cutter, which is right here. And now I've got to peel this out of the silicone. That is a beautiful bar. And you place it in the box. Oops. slide it up to the end, and hopefully I have spaced my blood oranges just right, and I'll be able to make all of the cuts that I need. And then you just slice it down like a guillotine. And that's what you get. Isn't that beautiful? I didn't bring the wire rack in, but it will be fine until I go get it. I'm sure you guys can imagine me placing it on a wire rack, and don't need to watch that. I'm getting better with not filming so much on my videos, so I don't have to fast forward and make all those mouse noises that everybody seems to love so much. Since they won't let me use the theme song to Benny Hill, I'm gonna try and do a little better. Slide it up, make the cut. Pretty much all it is to it. Better when the bar comes. Oh, it's a little gooey. Oh no, it's just slow. He's fine. This other one is definitely going to be gooey. It was still soft this morning. I took the silicone out of the box and it was still mushy. So I'm going to leave it a few more days. That can happen when you have too much material in the... Ooh, this one slices close to the orange. When you have too much material in the oils, like on that one I put the clay in, and that didn't go over so well with the drying process. But it'll just take a few more days, it's not a big deal. I'm getting weird with the oranges, but that's okay. They're just decoration. Set them back up right. That one had a smidge of clay in it. That one I broke the blood out of. It's a rainbow now, with no color. I am a beginner at this. I am claiming no expertise whatsoever. So, whatever happens, happens. You know, you should always know that you can do anything. That's what Google and YouTube are for. You can do anything. Just have to be able to type it in with "how do I" in front of it, and you will figure it out. Next one. And that is all. I'm going to place these on the rack and leave them to dry for 4 to 6 weeks. And then I'll be mailing them out to my friends. I have decided not to go into the soap making business. I will stick with my hair care products. In case you don't know, I do make custom hair care products. If you have a hair care problem, email me at silkisteel@gmail.com and we'll talk about it, see what I can do for you. Thank you for coming to my kitchen. I look so cute. Yeah, I try to keep it real, as it were. Thank you for coming to my kitchen. I really appreciate you guys. And let's see what we're going to do for the next one.